Good afternoon, everybody. Harvey here. I'll just come into frame. I'll show you what I've got over here. This old hay bale, hopefully you can see that. The cow's in the way. So I've got this hay bale here. What we're doing is just a bit of a test, really. This is just some old hay. I've got a lot of these. I think I've got 100 maybe. I don't know quite. But I'm planning to use them up. They're doing no good. I'm going to use them up, feed them to the cows. They're getting fed outside here. They're not in a barn. So there's going to be wastage, quote unquote wastage, because it's going to get left on the ground. That's not really a problem. It's cheap hay, and it's just whatever gets left on the ground just feeds the soil life, feeds the worms. The worms will use that, create more and more biology in the soil. But really it's a test. I don't know, it's not great quality by any means. I just saw a few of them eating it. I don't know if they'll be bothered really. I've got one bale, that's all I could carry. But like I said, there's plenty more. And I think once the grass in the field has been eaten more, oh look, they're going for it. Okay, that's good news. Once they've eaten all of the good grass in the field, all the green, fresh grass, then they'll turn towards this older, poorer quality hay. But as these guys have proven me, they've clearly got a taste for it already. They're not going mad for it, but that's fine. Anything left over, I'll probably just spread out by hand. It doesn't really matter. These are small bales. They're called conventional bales. She wants a bit. There we go. Conventional bales are the size of bale that, since baling and conserving straw or hay or grass has been a thing, that's what they use, because it was small enough to pick up by hand. Nowadays we have big, very big bales that you can't move by hand because they weigh, over half a ton, some of these things. So these are conventional bales, but they still get used because they are easy to move by hand. People that still like a bit of labour. This is not good quality, I'll be honest. There's all sorts in here. I didn't make this, someone else made this. It's not bad, but it's lots of nettles and thistles in there. But the thing is, when it's dried out, because the smell isn't really there of a fresh plant, the cows will pretty much eat anything in here because the smell's not there. So that's quite good. That's a good thing. The only thing you have to be careful of, if there's some poisonous plants or plants that are poisonous at a high dose, like just getting knocked over by a cow. Ragwort is a plant that in higher doses would be poisonous, toxic at least to a cow. So if you bale that up into hay, it loses its smell. Go on, go. It loses its smell, and then the cows can't differentiate between grass or ragwort, and that can be dangerous. So you've got to be careful there. But again, it's just a case of volume, really. A cow would have to eat a serious amount of a toxic plant as a part of her daily diet to be a problem, because these guys are eating tens of kilograms of feed every day. One plant weighs 100 grams or whatever it weighs. It's not going to be a problem unless they're forced to eat it. That's where you get problems. That's where you can get problems. I'm quite happy about this actually. These guys, this is a trial. Like I said, I've got a lot more bales. As you can tell, I'm not really fussed about this stuff. I'm just spreading it out a little bit. I just want them to get into it, eat some. Eat some, leave some, I don't really mind. I'll just leave this here basically and leave them to it. I've just spread it out a little bit so it's not all in wadges, and she's just going to walk over the whole lot. That's great. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't really matter. They're gonna drop their manure on it, trample it into the ground as she is. Doesn't really matter too much. Whoa. Okay. It's like a wildlife documentary. So yeah, we'll just leave them to it actually, and what I'll probably do, if this goes okay, is feed the rest. Like I said, I think I've got somewhere in the region of 100, or I don't know. That was just one. I don't expect them to clear that. I don't think they will. I think they'll eat the best bits and then just get a little bit bored of it, and a little bit. They'll also just walk on it and crap on it, and it's not going to be as palatable within a couple of hours. So we'll see. The real test is when I come back. I'll come back tomorrow or later, and we'll see what they've done with it. That's not a problem. Hopefully you've got a good view of some cows. And that's it for today's update. So thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time.